Hello and welcome to CEO TV. I'm Neil Chandran.
And I'm Sarah Freemark.
Are successful CEOs born or made? What does it take to get to the top of an organization or to create a brand new company from scratch?
We'll be taking a look at successful senior business people to see just what makes them tick. Is it book smarts, ambition, luck, or a combination of these things? How did they get where they are today?
We'll ask the questions that you want to ask. You'll find out how they got to the top, what the challenges were, and what the rewards are now that they're successful. You'll hear some of their wisdom and advice so that you too can know what they know and go where they go.
Welcome back. Some people seem to be able to make success out of anything, and our next CEO is a perfect example of that.
He's been successful not once, but 4 times so far, and every time it's been something different and creative that fills a need.
The founder of League of Rock, Terry Moshenberg.
The man up on stage isn't a rock star, but he does have a rock star's charisma. And like many successful commercial artists, this CEO knows how to spot a trend and ride it to success.
I like the idea of birthing a new concept. Early on in my life, I recognized something that I wasn't afraid of. I wasn't afraid of change, and I embraced it and I ran with it.
Terry Moshenberg is CEO of a dynamic corporate team-building venture called the League of Rock. This is just the most recent of his successful ventures. The first started about 20 years ago with a new idea for an old product: balloons.
Fresh out of college, the big idea was to do theme parties and balloon decor, and we thought about how people, bought flowers instead of balloons. So we came up with the idea of creating a scented balloon.
But Terry's business became more than just attractive-smelling balloon decor.
Of course, the perfume companies took wind of it and started asking us to create, batches of tens and 15s of thousands of balloons that smell like they're up-and-coming perfumes.
Such a simple concept with such a great result. On the heels of this venture, Terry decided to stay in the serious business of fun and games.
In '88, we created a game that I'd thought of many years earlier called Tongue Twister. And it was a game based on 500 tongue twisters that I'd either rewritten or edited for gameplay.
It becomes obvious to want to ask the question of a multi-time business success. How do you do it? What makes it happen for you?
You need to listen. That is something that is paramount in delivering on any level.
And listening carefully allowed Terry to parlay his current success into another. Once again by spotting an opportunity and filling a need. So, as the internet evolved in the 90s, so did Terry. His company, Motion Media, became International Debit, a company that did online solutions and strategic projects for companies of all kinds.
At this point, when International Debit came to fruition, the risk wasn't as much in terms of survival, it was in, creating great wins. And it was a big risk, but it was also a nice win.
The success of Motion Media and International Debit allowed Terry to consider many opportunities. But his next idea was, as they'd say in the music industry, a big hit.
I wanted something really different. So we created this thing called the League of Rock, where non-professional adults get to jam with each other, get into short-term bands, and they get a chance to workshop with famous rockers and record in world-class studios and do it, like I said, in about 10 weeks.
The League of Rock is not just a hobby group for after-hours musicians. It promises to be the next best thing in corporate team-building events, a universally loved activity that stands to bring employees together in companies across the country.
Music, not news, is a universal language for everybody. Everybody wants access. So we thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to create music-based team building events with famous rockers, where up to 400 or so employees get a chance to really feel the pressure of what it's like to build a band, write a song, record and perform, all under a time restriction.
The success of the League of Rock is contagious. New franchises are opening across the country and companies are lining up to participate. Terry's vision, his ability to spot opportunity, runs like a golden thread through his professional life. He and Bruce Poon-Tip both epitomize the type of creativity and inventiveness that will keep North American business moving forward into a globalized future.